Hello, hello, hello. How do you say it? How do you start the videos?
Hustlers, hustlers, hustlers.
We have a very special guest for you guys today. Dashaun is in the studio. We already filmed amazing interview for roofing industry. I promise you, we have some gems packed for you. Probably going to be on our channel next week. But today, I would like to take advantage of Roof Hustlers brand in the house. By the way, if you are an influencer in the roofing industry and you have not collaborated with us yet, of course, we're traveling almost every week, flying out tomorrow to Orlando as we speak. But if we cannot come to you, you can always get on the plane and come to our studio, just like Dashaun did.
Yep.
What's your experience so far been?
Man, it's nice. I really like it. Not to mention your camera crew, the background people, man, they work fast, man. I like it. Even the guys over at Directory, man, they move at a prompt speed, so I like that.
So we do move fast. If you come to us, it's around the clock. We have a big team. It was a little bit tricky to set up this lighting with the black and white belts. I'm as white as they get. But let's talk about sales, guys, today. Something that we get questions a lot on this channel. A lot of people ask us for advice. I'm not a salesperson. I've never been in sales. Many people call me as a sales. Jeremiah, you ready? Well, ready, rolling. What's up? Why are you there? Why am I there? Yeah. Jeremiah, get behind the cameras. So getting back one of our videographers back to work. So guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sales. First, I want to recognize a few people in the room. Maurice is here. Eric Richardson is here. Eric says California is a great place in the summer. Take the kids to Disneyland too. I don't know if Disneyland in California is open yet.
Disney World is though. In Florida.
Florida, yeah. But Eric, I want a confirmation that number one, I'm not gonna get mask going because like 5 kids in the summertime wearing mask in public place. Come on, give me a break. Don't do a lot with the. Well,
in Florida, they just got rid of the mask though. So if you go to Disney World, it's no mask.
I don't think people in Florida was wearing.
We just never wear
3 months ago.
Nah,
guys, if you like our guest today, give it a few likes. He'll appreciate it. I'll appreciate it. More people will see this video. So, first question of the day is this: can you train a salesperson who has no charisma, who is introvert, but wants to sell? I get this question a lot. Can anybody succeed in roofing sales? We often, as business owners, we portray this opportunity to everyone. It was like, everybody can make it. There's so much opportunity, but many people fail. So who can fail in sales in the roofing industry?
I believe the person that fails in the roofing industry is a person who just don't try. It's my personal opinion. But I believe you could train the introvert. I believe you could train anybody. Why? Because when your skills are sound, they can't fight you. So that's why we got a script that we use. That's why we try to get people to fall in love with the process. And I had an introvert. He used to average 1 to 2 deals a week. Got him coached up, trained up. My boy Hobbin, phenomenal guy. We got him up to 4 to 5 deals a week, averaging that. But most people who train are impatient. They want you to grow at the speed that they want you to grow at, and everybody grow at their own speed. You got to let people slowly blossom. Like some people feel like because you're not bringing in 5, 6 deals a week, oh, let's get rid of that guy. If you constantly bringing in 1 or 2 deals a week, I can take that because eventually that 2 going to turn into 3, 3 going to turn into 4, 4 going to turn into 5. But I just got to be patient with you and help you build because we all learn different. And most, let's be honest, most owners, most trainers, they don't even learn how to sell to different personalities or coach different personalities. So you got to let people grow at their own speed. But I do believe you can train an introvert, but you got to have a sound process. Versus most guys who try to train, they just wing it and they expect somebody to say, just do what I did. And it's like, no, that's not how you train people. You got to have a sound process for them. So I do believe you could train an introvert if they're willing to get out there, get uncomfortable, and go through those growing pains.
Well, you are one of the newest sales coaches out there. One thing I do see happening a lot is in this industry, every time we have a new sales coach, we have this message like, if I've done it, you could do it too. But not everybody is Lee Haight, Grant Cardone, Dimitri. We're go-getters. Usually if you are hustler, if you willing to grind, you will achieve success. Now, when you teach other people to do it, how do you repeat? And is it always repeatable? Can you teach someone who does not have the grind, does not have the talent? Is it a talent or is it a skill that can be learned?
I believe it's a skill that we learn. Talent is what you're born with. So, like, for example, I used to make music back in the days when I was younger. Like, I was born with that talent. Now, the skills of becoming a salesman, I developed those things. So I do believe you can teach the skills. Mm-hmm. And the most important thing is, like I said, having a sound process, having a script. Like me, I'm very like rinse, dry, repeat, rinse, dry. Every company I train, every person I've trained over the last 5 years, same script, same objection manual, same process for everybody. Why? Because it worked. And if it ain't broke, we don't fix it. Don't get me wrong, we tweak it a little bit to the person, but same script. As you can see, the dude Rio Perez, he said, man, his scripts work. And I didn't even train that guy. Like I did, but he bought probably the Roof Hustle welcome kit. And he got the script, learned the script.
So you worked with Rio?
Yeah, and he learned the script, and now it's getting him results. So that's how sound the script is. Yeah, so I believe the skills don't matter. Well, the talent don't matter, the skills do, because skills pay the bills.
What do you say to the business owner who has no sale experience? I see so many guys out there like, hey, I'm just the owner. I'm not a sales person. I've never sold in my life. Referrals are, my business, and this is all I do. What do you say to that person? How can you help someone like that? Because if the business owner never have a sales organization, never sold for anyone, he does not know how to sell a sale, how to train a sales guys. Where does he start?
So first and foremost, for that sales owner that don't got no sales experience, hire somebody that can come out and train them, but take it that next step and actually go out and learn with the guys. Because the thing about sales in general, door-to-door sales, whatever you want to call the roofing industry, every sales guy in the back of their head, when they owner asking them to do stuff, in the back of their mind, they're like, man, you don't even do that. How you asking me to do that? So you got to get out there and get in the trenches as well. But, man, it's okay. You can hire somebody to come in that can teach your guys, but you got to go out there with them. Like we just trained in Kentucky United Roofing. Shout out to my boy Angel D. Castro. He had commented on it earlier. We went to train this company, and his owner, which is Junior, has no sales experience, but he was out there every day with us in the field knocking doors. So he was leading from the front. So even though he didn't have the best sales skills, his guys saw that, hey, man, our owner out here knocking doors with us, getting on roofs, getting business. So at least we can follow that guy. But he was smart. He was like, hey, I don't know it. Let me hire Dashaun to come in here and train us, but I'm still going to get out there with him in the trenches and get it done. Versus some companies, the owners never get out in the field. So I think you got to get out in the field and at least show your team that you're willing to do what they're going to do. But yeah, if you can't do it, man, just hire somebody to come in and do it. Shout out to my boy Tyler. I appreciate that, baby.
Let's go through a few comments here. Highly recommend Dashaun and Roof Hustlers. Loved the welcome pack.
Yeah, that's the Roof Hustle welcome kit.
Musician says, Eric says, musicians are quick with words and able to improve the sale crushers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Brendan says, I know a pretty good 10-step program. Is it referring to you or someone else?
No, maybe that's an AA program.
Probably Rodney Webb. Have you ever met Rodney Webb or went through his program?
No, sir, not yet. I'm looking forward to meeting him and actually studying his work because before – I forgot who educated me on him, but I thought I was one of the first black people that was training in the roofing industry. And they're like, no, you don't know Rodney Webb? And I'm like, nah. Because like I told you, a lot of people don't know. My first, 4 years, I was just in the dark, man. I didn't know nothing about the roofing industry, people. I was just in my own cubbyhole just trying to build this brand, man, stay consistent. But I think I did it the best way because I wasn't scoreboard watching. I didn't see what anybody else was doing. So
let's share your story. I want people to hear it. How did you get in the industry? And what was your first sales commission? Like, what was your best year? You're gonna absolutely love it. It's absolutely rip off, but listen to this story.
Yeah, so I got into the industry by mistake, just hanging out with some friends at a bar. They saw the way I was just mingling with different people. So he was like, I got a job I think you'd be great at. Turns out it was door-to-door sales. I got high level belief in myself. So I was like, I can do this. And I didn't know nothing about the roofing industry or anybody else in the industry. So I got brought into the industry my first 3.5 years. I only got paid $200 per claim. Never got no 10% on the back end. Never got no commission money. So it was $200 per claim, $100 bonus when I get 4, $150 when I get 6, $200 bonus when I hit 8. And we used to average anywhere between 8 to 12 deals a week. But in my mind, it was great because I didn't know nothing any better than that until the brand started growing and other sales guys started, talking to me about commission pay, and I was kind of mind blown. Then Hurricane Irma hit, right? So I was excited. I'm like, I'm about to cash out. Then my company said, oh, we can't pay you 200 to claim no more. It's too much low hanging fruit. So now we're going to pay you 4% on the back end. So they switched up my compensation right when the best storm hit Florida.
Wow. Absolutely. I mean, $200 per claim. I mean, that's must be like the lowest pay structure I've ever seen in my life.
Man.
It's probably like 1%.
Probably, maybe less than that. I don't know.
$20,000 job, get $200.
And I ain't know no better. So I was excited. I mean, I came from an employee mindset. So I was like, to make anywhere between $1,500, $2,000 in a week, I'm down. But yeah, I didn't realize how short of the pie I was getting.
What do you think is fair for pay structure these days? If you would start a roofing business, what would you set up? What would you call fair?
If I had my own roofing company, I would tier guys in. I would start my guys off at 8%, because I believe you got to earn that 10%, 8%, and then we would base it off of sales. So once you hit like 300, we'll boost you up to 9. You hit a certain amount, we hit you up to 10. And then kind of like we talked about earlier, I would give everybody an incentive on generating your own business.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a 5%, 3%, whatever it may be on top of whatever that percentage is, generating your own business. But I think gross payout, the best payout, because I want my guys out there selling, generating business, taking care of my customers, making them happy. And then I'll hire people to work on the back end stuff. But I would want my guys out there up front, but I would pay them on the gross.
Love it. Guys, comment away if you have any questions. We're not going to go long, maybe 5-6 more minutes. So it's your opportunity to ask a sales professional any sales related questions, how to build a team, how to train sales guys to sell. That's what Dashaun does pretty much every day, dedicate his life to coaching others. My question to you, Dashaun, is this. What impresses you? You travel a lot to a lot of businesses. Can you name a few businesses that you personally were impressed with? Some, you came to the business and you're like, this guy's figured it out.
Yeah. So it's a company called DreamWorks in Georgia. They probably had the best office I've ever seen. Like the environment, their office environment was just like, they bought an old produce stand and they turned it into a sales office, and just their environment was awesome. Shout out to my boys over Storm Roof Systems over in Georgia. They got one of the best cultures I've ever seen as far as the way they got their sales guys bought in, and just the culture they've created. It's like a brotherhood, literally. And then, like I said, my guys over there in Arizona, Pro West Restoration, I think they got the best business structure I've seen. They build their company like a multi-level marketing business, which is low cost to hire people. But everybody that bring people on, you get a rip off the guy that you brought in. So they got a high level of interest, making sure that person succeed. So I love that model, because nobody get brought on and just left to starve. They make sure everybody win. But those are some of the 3 companies that I've seen. And Artisan Roofing up in Connecticut, they got one of the best compensation plans that I've seen as well. So those are some of the ones I've seen that really
what are the plan? How can you describe?
So they do it a little bit different. So they pay out based on what the insurance company paid out. So if it's 400 a square, they're gonna pay you like 6%. If it's this amount a square, they're gonna pay you 7, 8, 9, 10. But if you generate the business by yourself, then you get a 5%, commission on top of that, which we kind of talked about that. You did that as well. So I think that's awesome that you actually incentivize guys for generating their own business, because most companies don't do that. So
love it.
I like that.
So we have a couple of questions here. Eric Richardson is asking, how often do you follow-ups? How do you do follow-ups or touches?
I like that. So actually, I'm the type of guy, I don't believe a deal is dead until somebody dead. So if I go out there and knock the door, and I do the follow-up, so I'm going to call you, I'm going to text you, I'm going to email you. So I try to do anywhere between 8 to 15 touches before I finally give up on a deal. And the best way that a lot of people fight me on, I say, how did you meet them? They say, I knocked the door. I say, that's the best way to go follow up with them. Just show up to their house randomly. You'd be like, oh, I was actually dealing with the neighbors down the street. I just stopped by while I was in the neighborhood, just seeing if you're ready to get the ball rolling. So I try to follow up between 8 to 15 touches.
Love it. Matthew Capelli is asking, how do you recruit the best hustlers?
That's a tough one, but I believe environment is everything. I think people need a place that's conducive to growth. If you got a high-level salesman like myself and I come in and you're not a better leader than I can lead myself, there's no way I'm going to join your company. So high-level leadership, John C. Maxwell say, if you're a level 5 leader, you can never recruit somebody that's a level 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10. So you got to become like a level 8, level 9 leader to be able to attract those 6, 7, 8s, and 9s. So culture is everything, and then your personal leadership skills will attract the people. Like I attract a lot of sales guys that come work for our company, and it's because, you know, they're attracted to my leadership skills, and then we get them on board. So I say you improve your leadership skills, build a great environment, a great culture, and it will attract the people that's meant to be a part of your tribe.
Love it. Zach is asking, for someone just starting in the business, what advice would you give them?
Awesome. So if you just get started in this thing first, man, I want to let you know, don't quit. Winners never quit, quitters never win. So that's the first thing. Second of all, disruption always follows intention. What do I mean by that? Every time you set your intentions out to do something great, there will be some type of life trouble that's going to come in the way to see how bad do you really want what you said you want. So you're going to have to keep going. In this industry, it always get worse before it get better. So as you get out there knocking, you might have a great first month, and then the second month might be rough, but you keep going. So my first week I closed 4 deals. Second week I closed 1. Third week I closed 2. Fourth week I closed like 2 again. And I was just trying to figure out how I can get to a consistent 2 deals a week. So just don't quit, stay consistent, and show up every day. Treat it like it's a job. I used to work 4 hours a day, 6 days a week when I first got started, my first 2.5, 3 years. So just be out there every day, sharpening your skills, and that consistency going to compound, and deals going to fall into your lap that you shouldn't get anyways. But show up every day. That's the best thing.
Love it. Eric is asking, do you do retail too?
No, sir, I don't intentionally pursue retail, but I do get retail deals in the midst of looking for an insurance claim. I do flip them to retail, and the beauty of that is I'm the only competition, so they're not shopping around prices, so they usually just go up my price. So that's kind of one of the benefits of the way I sell retail.
Okay. Jonathan Torres asking, what should you look for hiring a sales manager?
That's a good one. So personally, you need to look for a guy, at least in my personal opinion, somebody with good leadership skills, first and foremost, right? Second of all, you need to look for a guy that's good with people, that's not rigid, that's not like black and white, but can mold and adapt to different people. And then make sure that he's out there putting in the work, first of all. Make sure he's able to show these, because it's the 5 levels of leadership that John C. Maxwell say. First level is they hire you because of your position. Second one, they hire you because of the relationship you develop with them. The third one, they hire them because of what you do. And the fourth one is when you start building leaders. And the fifth one is the pinnacle. So you got to find a guy that can get to a level 3 with all of your sales guys, which is what he does. And then you start developing the leaders around him. But hire a sales manager, tough, man. But don't hire the sales guy who had the most sales. He might not necessarily be the best sales manager. He might just be a great sales guy. You want to look for that guy in your company that actually represents it the best. And he might actually be the best candidate for a sales manager.
Love it. We're going to take last question, and we will be on our way. Eric Richardson asking, what has worked better, relaxed attire or more professional?
So it depends on what you consider professional, but every day, Mr. Eric, I go out there in a polo shirt, I wear a bow tie, I wear cargo shorts, and I wear matching Converse that match my bow tie. And I just like to look good when I knock doors. Like me and Dimitri was talking about, a first impression is everything. And like Deion Sanders said, you look good, you feel good, you play good, and then they pay good. So I love to look professional, but in my own casual way. But you do what works best for you. But don't be out there with sweat stains and your shirt untucked and you're just looking nasty. I think dressing the par is like a big benefit to my game personally.
Love it. And I'll do one more, and that's it. And Jeremiah, help me close it after this question. Brian is asking, any books you recommend for being better at sales?
Oh, man, I got plenty. First book I recommend every sales guys is The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. Phenomenal book, phenomenal foundation just to have principles. Why? Because when you need rules. As you advance into your sales career, you need principles. And the thing about principles, they don't care who the person is. After that, I would say Pitch Anything by Oren Klaff. After that, I would say Flip the Script by Oren Klaff. Then go read Never Split the Difference by I can't think of his name, but he's a ex-negotiator, like for hostage situations. Brian Tracy, No Excuses, phenomenal book on just having structure in your life. And outside of that, sales, those probably like my top 3 right now, man. And just another book just on life awareness. It's a book called Awareness by Anthony D. Mello, man. Just a good book on just getting that peace with yourself.
Love it. Absolutely love this life. Wait for the full interview with Dashaun coming to the channel next week. See you guys later.
Skiba.